America's Industrial Revolution started along the banks of the Merrimack River in northeastern Massachusetts, especially in the cities of Lowell and Lawrence. Today, both cities are experiencing a transformation as old buildings are rehabbed into businesses and increasingly condominiums. But some residents in one Lawrence neighborhood wanted something different, something that was missing in their environment.
Lawrence is an old mill town, and so there was industrial laundry here pretty recently, well, I guess in the 40s and 50s. Before that, it was used, there was a stable at one point and some other sort of early industrial uses, but that was the primary thing.
And it was originally developed as an industrial area for industrial laundry cleaners. From about the late 1800s till about 1995, it was occupied. In the later part, it was a garage. In about 1995, this area became vacant till about 2005 when remedial actions started. MassDEP got involved in 2005. We were asked to review a release abatement measure, which was a plan that was presented by the owner of DBT Corp. To implement remedial actions at the site. And our involvement was one that we reviewed the document to make sure that enough cleanup activities were done so that there would be no significant risk with the park being used for recreational purposes. So we looked at the contaminants that were presently here. We looked at the future use of the lot, and then we determined what needed to be done to make it a safe environment for the children. And we worked closely with DBT Corp and the Lawrence community to figure out the best remedy.
The residents were very loud and clear, wanted a park here. I mean, it's a 2.5-acre site in one of the densest parts of the city. There's very little open space within walking distance, and so a lot of people, it was very clear that this would be a great community asset as a park.
What we ended up noticing, there was two specific areas that posed significant risk if the location was to be used as a park. We determined that, to eliminate the risk, the soil had to be excavated.
DEP was really great in helping us actually understand the contaminants on the site. Obviously, we relied heavily on the regulatory process that DEP enforces through the 21E laws. We also worked with the Attorney General's office through DEP for the Covenant Not to Sue program, which brought the site owner to the table and afforded them protection and afforded the city some protection. People understand contamination when they realize that it can be cleaned up and it can become a safe place with the right investments and the right tools and the right regulations. But we would never have pursued a park, as I said, without the commitments of the residents. And I don't think the site owner would have been, as committed without seeing the hundreds and hundreds of faces of people turning out at meetings. So to me, that's really the take-home message here.
Again, it was an empty lot that was probably unsafe for a lot of the parents. I'm sure this was an area where people hung out that they shouldn't be. And now the younger generation has hope. And with every environmental cleanup that MassDEP is participating, our goal is how can we provide hope, a better environment? And I think we did this here, and that's a lot to be proud of.